Not much in.
Craig Canada at the 16th.
Craig is just exactly pin high. Has a fairly easy shot. Lay open some type of wedge or sand wedge. Just plop it right on the green. It'll release down to the hole.
Oh, good looking touch there.
Yep.
Now let's go back to the 9th after hitting his ball in the water. This is the 4th shot of Kevin Sutherland.
Now, the reason he didn't play immediately after knocking it into the lake, he wanted to make sure that that ball wasn't playable. And under the rules, you can't play a provisional out of a water hazard.
He'll try and save bogey, and it would be a nice one if he did. Now let's move to 11 after a very nice shot at the par 3. Joel Edwards looking to make something happen.
Been kind of a dull day for Joel. 2 birdies and 2 bogeys. Just waiting for something to get the momentum going here.
Back we go now to the 10th. Big Luke Parsons with his 2nd shot.
I'm glad he's on the air right now. I miss those swings he makes at it. He's got a lot of talent, this guy.
Bogeyed at the 9th. His first of the day after birdies at the 1st and the 3rd.
Look at him take a wave at this. There's no hold back in this man's swing. And that's very well done.
It's full throttle, but it's a nice gradual acceleration, an athletic move. To 15, Dennis Harrington for birdie.
Oh, just creeps it on by.
Now to the par 4 9th. Our tournament leader, Carl Polson, for his 30th birdie of the week.
Well, he's thinking right now, Denny, he just wants to snuggle it on up there 2 or 3 feet. This is over 40 feet here. Hang on. Oh, great work. The more putts you can get inside that 2-foot area, the less damage you put on your nerves this week. And if you're faced with 5- and 6-footers for pars all week, it has a tendency to wear on you.
Now, Eric Epperson at the 11th.
Having a fantastic week. Eric Epperson putting these kind of numbers up on the board. That's a good, solid looking move there. Get up. Okay, safely aboard.
To the 10th, and from the light rough.
Now this is going to be really tough for him to gauge distance out of, because the rough, even though it's light, has a tendency to make the ball jump a little bit. This should be going left and long. He caught a jumper.
Ahead to 16 we go, and Andy Bean really needs to make something happen in terms of a birdie here. He's bogeyed 2 of the last 4.
2 of the last 2. He would love to get one back, but
now Olin Brown for a par at the 9th.
oh, Denny, you know something? I think I would have waited a little longer on that one. Like Clarence Rose's putt yesterday, hung on the lip and fell in.
Plus it was downwind. Carl Polson leads by 1. We'll be back with more golf from West Palm after this.
Strength. Grace. Style. Finesse. Qualities you'll find in these great golf champions and in their choice of a timepiece. Rolex, official timepiece of the LPGA.
Hi, everybody. I'm Denny Schreiner, and round number 6 will provide a couple of different stories here at the PGA Tour qualifying tournament. Low 40 and ties get their playing privileges for 1996. Meanwhile, there's the battle for the medalist honors. Carl Poulsen, with 31 birdies this week, is 22 under par and leads by 1. Our coverage tomorrow begins at 12:30 p.m. Eastern.
Join the Golf Channel for Passages to Paradise as we discover the meccas of American golf. From the Pebble Beach golf links in Northern California to the Pinehurst Resort in the Sand Hills of North Carolina. And tour another Pebble Beach area course, Spyglass Hill.
I'm Max Andrews. Join me for Passages to Paradise right here on the Golf Channel.
Tomorrow at 3 a.m. Eastern.
Bart Bryant at the 14th. If he hits a low shot, somebody would have been in trouble there.
It's a cheap way to get your bird, I'll tell you. They'll go to any lengths out here to get in the red. Oh, and he's left it in that collection area. It's a tough up and down.
A birdie roll at 15 by Greg Kraft.
Coming off the fringe there, you're never sure how that first foot is going to affect it there, Denny.
188.
To the 16th we go. Billy Ray Brown getting a yardage from his caddy, and now we have Gary and Jerry to make the call.
What a team. Well, Billy hit a big hook off the tee and has just under 200 yards left. Tough shot, Jerry.
Very tough shot. He's got a left to right wind with a left pin placement, and the bunker is farther up on the left than the right, so he's going to have to play it safe to the right.
Dennis Harrington's going to be next to play. Dennis has about 180 yards left, and looks like he's got 3 different clubs over there. Could be anything from 4, 5, 6. The wind sort of left to right more than anything at the moment, Jerry, isn't it?
Yes, it may be a shade into us.
How's his lie look down there, guys?
It seems reasonable, Mark, and unfortunately, you know, just missed a short birdie putt on the last hole and bogeyed the par 3 14th hole, so a little frustrated after the last couple of holes because he really didn't hit a bad shot when he bogeyed the par 3. Just caught a bad lie in the fringe, so it appears that he's going with a 4-iron.
Looked like he was planning for that scoot out of the rough. You can see that ball released when it hits. When it hit,
Okay.
very acceptable shot.
Okay, now Jay Williamson, Jerry, what a good player he is.
I mean, he's very, very strong with the mid-irons.
Looks like he's got about a 6-iron there, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think he can play his normal shot of a draw into this wind, maybe a little extra club, and be a little more aggressive than the rest of them could. Looks like a great shot.
It right at it, about 15 feet short and a little right of the hole. Good Burley opportunity. Top of the hour on the Golf Channel during live coverage means let's take a look at the entire feed. go to the 18th a moment ago, and the second shot of Joe Daly, standing at a dozen under par.
Much tougher hole today, Denny, with that back pin placement. Pin cut 37 steps onto this green.
Quickly over to the 11th green. And Ronnie Black with a splendid tournament. This for birdie.
Really had an off year last year on the tour, but ooh.
Ahead to 14, this a moment ago. And a familiar move here, Robert Wren.
Watch how steady he stays over the ball. Hardly moves a bit. Get up there. Oh.
Oh.
Whoa.
Let's move ahead now to 16, and Billy Ray with a sand wedge, his third shot at 16.
Real good shot from there.
Now to the 11th, and Tim Herron, the Mad Bomber. This to try and save par.
Straight uphill a little bit right to left. Oh. Those kill you.
Back to 14 tee we go. And a former Ohio State All-America, Chris Perry.
Chris is having a real good week. Had 174 in there, the rest all in the 60s. That sounded a little heavy. Oh, he might get a bounce. There we go. That's the way to play it, Chris. Very good shot there.
To the 10th. And the second shot of Olin Brown, who flirted with the wet stuff.
Now your heart kind of skips a beat when you put it in that rough. Just to the right of that water hazard.
Yeah.
And that's very good out of that light rough. The ball's been having a tendency to fly like crazy out of that.
Jay Williamson now trying to make the payoff. A birdie here at 16.
This putt this morning when I was out practicing on the greens moved a little bit to the right for me. It was relatively slow. It'd be nice to knock this one in, Jerry.
Oh, anything you can get out here.
Safely in for par there.
Let's go back now to the 11th, playing at 165 yards. Brian Tennyson next to play. Donna?
Tough pin placement in the far right corner. In fact, I'm standing right behind the tee, and it looks like the pin is in the back bunker. That's how tough this hole location is. Ideally, the players need to hit it slightly left of the flag. Pin is just 6 steps over the front bunker. This is 6-iron. And that's what he's done. He's hit a little left, but it's not moving to the right.
Oh, and that might have caught the bunker in front, Donna. Did you get a look at it?
Yeah, it's in the rough. It didn't go in the bunker.
To 16, and a par saving chance for Billy Ray Brown, who drove it in the fairway bunker, left it short at 2, and sandied it to this stage. Bogey for Billy Ray to 18. Joe Daly up and over the lip here for a birdie try.
He's got a huge mound between he and the cup. Very uphill there.
That left for a round of 68. Let's go back now to seconds at 10, and our tournament leader, Carl Bolson.
Oh man, just knocking the flags right out of it. Oh.
This could be a runaway before it's all over. Back to 11 now, and David Peoples.
David setting slightly right of the flag, which gives you the indication he's going to move the ball right to left into this hole location. 16 under par for the tournament. That's what he's done. He's drawing it, but he's drawing it to the fat side of the green.
Huge.
$15, and from 6 feet, Bruce Vaughn for birdie.
This would be a good one for Bruce to get. This is not a very easy hole. Hit it, Bruce. There we go.
Now, after a bogey at the 9th, the second shot a moment ago of Kevin Sutherland, who is 2 behind Paulson. Quickly to 14, Robert Wren for birdie. Just didn't quite take the break. Robert even par on the day. We'll come back with more of our live 5th round coverage from West Palm Beach after these messages.
This Christmas, you can fix that slice, cure your hook, and lower your handicap. Just pick up the phone and call 1-800-831-8008 and order your own copy of Harvey Penick's Little Green Video. Hosted by Dave Marr and featuring U.S. Open champion Tom Kite and 2-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw, the Little Green Video can knock strokes off your score in a hurry. Now that's a stocking stuffer. Rated 4 stars by Golf Magazine, the Little Green Video is jam-packed with more than 70 minutes of lessons, stories, tips, and drills. You'll have instant access to the secrets that have helped thousands play their best. Order now, and we'll also include the Little Green playing log absolutely free. The Little Green Video costs just $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-831-8008 and order the Little Green Video today. Don't forget, it makes a great gift.
Join us for a special 2-hour Golf Talk Live when our guests will be Charlie Sifford and Jan Stevenson. The legendary Sifford has experienced the best and worst of life on tour. Jan Stevenson is one of the LPGA Tour's true glamour girls and a 3-time major championship winner. That's Charlie Sifford and Jan Stevenson on the next Golf Talk Live.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on the Golf Channel.
Scott Medlin a moment ago with his second shot at 16, 7 birdies on the day already, just 1 bogey.
Boy, talk about move day. Look at this. Oh, great shot.
Now to the 10th, and Sutherland for birdie.
He's got a huge mound to negotiate here. Speed is going to be tough. Whoa, ball. Pretty good from there, though.
To the 12th we go. And the 3rd shot of Russ Cochran, who's laid it up nicely.
This is one of those holes where you really feel you should be getting one back. Very reachable par 5. Russ has played a very efficient shot there. A little bump and run.
The par 3 11th, and Brian Tennyson.
As I said, Brian's ball stayed up. It's just on the top side of the bunker. He has a fairly good lie. Everything pitches away down towards the hole. The little breeze that's up is not going to affect this, but he is chipping back into the green. So he could be a little bit more aggressive. And again, as we said, Mark, green's a little bit on the slow side, so the players, I don't think, are having that hard a time with their pitching game.
Now
Just
that's
like
well
that.
down there.
Yeah, just like 2.5 feet.
To the 18th a moment ago. Second shot of Len Matisse.
Good work there. 10-footer left for birdie.
He
was real happy when he talked to us yesterday in the booth, wasn't he? Kind of a relief to finish up 8 under yesterday.
Now back to the par 3 11th.
Lucas is lining up this birdie putt. The caddies are walking by me and saying, can you believe that this man just hit a 7-iron on this hole? 165 yards into a pretty strong breeze right now. This man has got some talent.
Probably eased off of it too, Donna.
Yeah, probably. Well, he wanted to keep it below the hole, Danny.
That's what breaks your heart, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
And your heyday when you were busting it, what would you have hit there?
This hole, 165, probably 5-4 iron.
Okay.
A 5-4 iron.
5 or 4. Or I could use both of them at the same time. Yeah. All right, this putt should move just a little bit to his right. Again, he's putting back into the green, so he can give this a pretty good hit. Lost it on the low side.
Sasaki for birdie at 15. Very good player. Oh. No justice there. Oh, he's staring down at that. Look at this.
He didn't miss too many of those at the World Cup.
No, he did not. He's not happy with that one not going in either. Perfect speed. See, still shaking the head. Steve Rintoul at 14th and at 14 under par.
This is the hole that gave him trouble yesterday. He chipped in for bogey. And not today, folks. I think I'll just squeak it on in there about 3 feet. Good shot.
Now, after almost holing it from the fairway, Carl Paulson for birdie number 30 on the week to get to 23 under. A mere formality. Speaking of birdies, Russ Cochran, after a nice little pitch and run at the par 5 12th, this left to gain a shot on par and make up for the bogey at 10.
Russ is back here this year, Denny, at the tour school. He had an awful putting year for him. Not a bad ball hitting year, but it all comes down to the putter some years.
The 13 from the right rough, Lenachik.
Okay, very well done, Glenn.
Might also mention that Medlin birdied at the 16th, so he is now 7 under on the day, and to save par at 11, Brian Tennyson.
Take a look at Brian's pre-shot here. He really has a hard time getting settled.
You're right. He struggles a little bit trying to get himself comfortable. Seems like, though, he keeps the same routine, takes a little practice stroke and then sets up to it, tries to get comfortable. Ooh, all around good putt. Okay, it's a par. Thank you. Yes.
After a solid iron shot to the 18th, Len Matisse trying to put the finishing touches on a nice day of golf. And that's birdie number 6, just one bogey, 5 under par, 67. Numbers are going down for Len Matisse, who's trying to play his way into the top 40.
Well, he's in there right now.
A couple of moments ago, 42 players at our last count that were 11 under, so that would be the cut if the tournament stopped right now, but still 9 more today, 18 more tomorrow, and there's our tournament leader that's not worried about anything but medalist honors.
Get down.
Oh, he's airmailed the green here. Good news is that's a very shallow bunker. A lot better in that one than if he had left it short in that deep bunker.
Could hear Carl say the wind just stopped right as soon as I hit that golf ball, Gary.
Yes, it's a difficult hole today with that pin there, because with the front bunker and then the back bunker, you really have to get a perfect yardage, and certainly when you've got a bit of wind involved, it's difficult to judge the distance.
Type of shot, Gary, where you're trying to hit a little fade in there?
Possibly, you know, if that suits the strength of your game, but certainly this par 3, I think, is one that you're glad to get on the green and certainly pin high, and 3 is a good score, as they say.
I'd like to commend the tour staff officials for when they give you a really tough pin set, they tend to move the tees up for you, so it's not all that tough. Had they left the tees back 20 yards further, it would really be a tough one. And that's a good shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Jerry, you've played a little bit with Olin. What do you think of his game?
I think he's, again, a very smart player. I think he and his caddy, Jeremy, are a great team. They really work things out before they hit the shot, and then he's committed to it.
Certainly having a good week this week. Looks like about a 6-iron for him, doesn't it?
Yes.
165 yards.
Those are the kind of shots where that ball just keeps getting closer and closer to the hole as you ease it on up to knock it in for birdie. We'll be back with more golf after this.
Just 20 minutes a day is all it will take for you to create the perfect golf swing. The professional swing trainer is custom made to give you the perfect golf swing. The professional swing trainer will lower your scores and cut your handicap in half in just 21 days. Recent studies show swing trainer users have added 40 yards to their tee shots. There are many teaching aids on the market that work on certain parts of your swing, the takeaway, the backswing, or the follow-through. The professional swing trainer does it all. One 18 handicapper decreased his handicap by 9 strokes in just 21 days. When you purchase a professional swing trainer, you will receive a coupon good for 3 nights and 4 days at a beautiful golf resort, plus a round of golf absolutely free. So call now, 1-800-421-1310. 1-800-421-1310.
Hello, I'm Peter Kessler. Greg Norman is one of the best players in the world. And when Greg wants to work on his game, he goes to Butch Harmon. Next time on Academy Live, Butch Harmon will be here to take your calls on your golf swing. Join us.
Live Tuesday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on the Golf Channel. The Golf Channel goes down under to bring you the best of the Australian Tour as they battle it out at the AMP Air New Zealand Open Golf Championship. Only on the Golf Channel. Coverage begins Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back. A moment ago, Big John McGinnis, mid-iron in hand for his second shot at 18.
Go.
And he's left it short of that big hump.
Back to 14, a bogey yesterday. And a birdie today. Now to the 13th, and Clarence Rose.
Watch the tempo of Clarence here. Sets the club very nicely at the top. It just looks so natural when he swings at the ball. Oh, and just a sliver short there. That was close to being a good shot, Clarence.
That's what he's thinking. Got the spare glove on the wheel. On back now to 13 fairway. 459 yards. Russ Cochran from right in the center. Only 4 birdies all day here at 13.
And you can see from this view here why, Denny, that trap or that bunker guards that pin cut on that sliver of green to the left. Russ Cochran, being a left-hander, can cut this in there if he so chooses. Oh, yes. Very well done, Russ.
To the par 3 11th, and now our tournament leader from the bunker behind the flagstick.
Well, that was a disappointing shot for him there. You can see he's angry. He had a perfect lie. He was on the upslope, and that really wasn't that difficult of a shot. Be very disappointed with himself there.
That was definitely pilot error, wasn't it, Gary?
It was.
Well, there's been a weakness in his game here this week at Bear Lakes and also the links. He's been +3, Gary, on the par 3s, 15 under on the par 4s, 11 under on the par 5s.
Well, he's such a powerful player. When he was on the tour this year, he was in the top 10 in distance. So, you know, the par 5s are sitting ducks for him.
Ahead to 13, Joey Gullion with his second shot.
Joey lit it up with 64 yesterday. These are pretty impressive numbers for Joey Gullion. Good looking swing. He likes it. Oh, I don't know why. It's not good.
Ahead to 16. And Jeff Gallagher with a near miss. Now let's see if our tournament leader Carl Paulson can save par at the 11th.
Well, we mustn't get too despondent. Jerry is leading, and he's in a lot better position than a lot of other players playing today.
Well, with a lot of the pressure off, these are the kind of par savers that the leader of the tournament's going to make.
Well, the 3-shot lead will dwindle more than likely to 2. And now at the 15th, Robert Wren trying to get a feel for the speed of this one.
Well, he's got ever so slightly downhill about the first 3 or 4 feet. Left to right breaker. Oh, and it didn't take its left to right break at all off that hill. Got to be shocked. Rather redundant type day. 14 pars in a row coming into 15. He can't stay on that kind of train. Better start getting some red numbers on there. Let's go back now to the 11th, and gentlemen, what's up?
We have absolutely no idea. He looks like he's on the. There must have been a bug in his eye.
At 11, there were bugs at 11. I know people have said you've been buggy for years, mate.
I'm nutty, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This for birdie. A little bit downhill. It'll have a little bit of speed to it, Jerry, but not terribly fast. Oh, nicely done.
Oh, Gary, looked like he just touched that putt. Green's picking up any speed out there, can you tell?
I think slightly, Mark. I think they're drying out a little bit with the wind and baking a little bit, so they are probably picking up a little speed.
14, a moment ago, and Glenn Natchik.
And that's a very acceptable shot for Natchik.
Olin Brown, this left for birdie. So, finally, he says, I'll take a little applause or anything else you'll give me.
That puts him back to even par.
Just filling it up today, huh, Olin? Let's go to 18 now, and John McGinnis, who won the very first event of the year on the Nike Tour and almost won the last event.
One at San Jose, and this is a tough putt to get there. Come on. Dead uphill all the way there.
The 16th we travel. Bart Bryant. Shot on the way from 170 yards.
Really tough pin to get to today, Denny. You see that bunker there guarding it on the right of your screen. Really hard for them to get a 3 and a 4 iron in to settle in that spot.
Sasaki next to play at 16. We might also update you that Carl Paulson did bogey the 11th, so he now leads Kevin Sutherland by just a shot. Sasaki with birdies at 6 and 7, an eagle at the 3rd, and a bogey at the 1st. And really should have made birdie at 15. Now to the 15th, and yes, it is a difficult little hole, especially the second shot. Steve Rintoul with 4 birdies and a bogey today has climbed to 15 under.
He's got it going the right direction. You know, he was telling me on the practice tee this morning, he said, you know, Mark, I went 47 holes without a bogey, and then yesterday I ran into a brick wall, made 3 bogeys in a row. And he seemed to think it was due to the 5.5 hours plus out there. He said it's really hard to stay focused for that long. But he's got it on cruise control today. Oh, he's not going to like that at all. That's a tough par from that location.
Well, he bogeyed 15 yesterday. He'll be staring at another one right square in the eyes here again today. To the 12th tee, and Brian Tennyson.
Brian's trying to figure out what angle he'd like to set up off this tee. There's a bunker down the left side, and Mark, it's like 260 yards, but it's really not playable, and there's one right in, oh, maybe 200 yards off the tee that's not even in play, but it's the angle that he wants to come at this green with his second shot.
Well, you'd like to hit a hard slider off of this tee, but not hit it too far right.
Exactly.
He probably missed that left.
Yeah, it's just left center, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a good play. With the whole location in the back right, that's perfect.
It's the old Freddie Couples one-hander. Just nudge it right out there, tip the hat. Thank you very much. Just another fairway in regulation. Glenn Matchik now to get to 12 under at 14.
This is a really straight putt. Player's been trying to read things into this one, and there's nothing happening.
To 12 and Big Luke. He'll take a swat it.
Hold your ears. Here it goes. Oh, oh my God.
Oh.
Denny, almost as long as you. Close.
You know, his rhythm, Donna, just looks very smooth. You know, I know there's a lot of power in that action, but
it is awesome.
Impresses me how smooth he is.
That baby is out of here. Look at the big fella. He's feeling good about his game. We'll be back after this.
Hey, golf fans, one of Nashville's hottest groups, the Mulligans, featuring Gary Chapman, have the perfect holiday gift for anyone who loves the game as much as they do. The Mulligans Golfer's Gift Pack features fun music from the band as seen and heard on Inside the PGA Tour.
And you never tell a man named Zinger he can't play the game.
With the Mulligans Golfer's Gift Pack, you'll also receive 6 PGA Tour logoed golf balls. To order this unique package for $19.95 plus $5.25 shipping and handling, simply call 1-800-272-3889.
Golf is life, only a little harder.
So if you love golf and you love music, call now, 1-800-272-3889. Also available at Blockbuster Music and Service Merchandise stores.
A lot can happen in 24 hours. People win, people lose. Dreams begin and end. Celebrations, disasters, miracles, and drama. Golf Central, bringing the world of golf to your game.
Tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to South Florida, Bear Lakes Country Club, West Palm Beach. And another beautiful day for golf. Day number 5 of the 1995 PGA Tour qualifying tournament. After the cut yesterday, just 100 players left, Mark Lai, and What's at stake here for the final 36 holes for this group of players?
Well, the top 40 remaining out of 100 players will get their tour cards, and any tied for 40 spot.
All right, and everybody obviously that doesn't stay in the top 40, then they're going to end up on the Nike Tour.
They sure will. Those extra 60 or so players that fail getting their cards for the PGA Tour will be able to play on the Nike Tour, plus some of the players that missed the 4-day cut here. I think 10 or 15 of those players will have a shot at the Nike Tour.
Mark, the trend is continuing. Low scores once again. And is it because there's just not much wind? Do you think that's really the telling tale thus far this week?
Well, yeah, I think that plays a part in it, but I think the golfing world's just got to start waking up. There's some great young talent, and it's coming from all over the world. We have guys, you know, that have shown up, Sasaki from China, and Lucas Parsons, and, you know, just everybody. It's a big ball game out there, and the talent in these golfers today, I tell you, it's really hard to imagine they're being this good.
Let's talk a bit about the players that did survive the cut after 72 holes here in West Palm Beach. And one would suspect, Mark, that the majority of the players that played full-time on the PGA Tour would fare well in a competition like this.
They're going to play well in a thing like this because of the amount of rounds. 6 rounds is the cream is going to come to the top. But the category that I think is really impressive here are the foreign players coming over, the special international exemptions that were given here. Out of 10 players, 7 players have advanced to this stage, and that's pretty impressive because these are different type of golf courses. We're playing Bermuda fairways and bent greens, and some of these grasses the players from overseas aren't used to.
Mark, if we stop the golf tournament right now, there would be 41 players at 11 under par. Your assessment of that number and where you think it might go when we're all said and done after 108 holes on Monday?
Well, it's getting redder and redder as the telecast goes on, and I'm thinking 13 or 14 minimum. It could even go lower than that, but 14 I think is pretty safe.
All right, let's get back out on the golf course. A moment ago, Steve Jurgensen with his second shot at 15. Now, let's go to Steve live at 15. Haven't seen many birdies at this par 4, not only today, but anytime this week.
Well, it's a really tough 2-shot hole. You know, the fairway's almost like an island out there, and then the green has very little margin for error with a bunker close right in the collection area on the, the bunker front left and the collection area on the right-hand side. And this green is not very big. So they better have the right amount of stamps on it and the right address, Danny.
Jurgensen 5 under through the last 7 holes. Joel Edwards with his second shot at 13, finding the bunker.
Boy, he just missed hitting a great shot there out of the rough. It's hard to judge, and you can see between he and the hole, he had a lot of sand to negotiate there.
Andy Bean, who's made a couple of bogeys coming in, trying to become the 42nd player at 11 under par. Right on the cusp. Tomorrow should be a rather interesting day here in West Palm Beach, Florida.
I almost hope the wind comes up a little bit for these guys so they have a little bit of breathing room. They don't feel like they have to make birdies or they're falling back. But Andy's going to be very happy with a 2-putt here. I say that, maybe he's not.
Not after that roll. Oh, the big fella can't believe it, he says. It was dead in the cup with a foot to go. What happened to me?
But he's smiling. See, I know you're happy, Andy. Go ahead. Tap it in.
Well, he's right in the hunt, and that's why he's happy. To the 12th, Eric Epperson with a birdie try.
What a great week for Eric Epperson.
2 under on today's 5th round.
These are pretty impressive numbers. 17 under to this point. And with a par 5 here and another one coming up. And that was a tough putt.
See a few bumps and bruises in the greens here near the end of the 5th round of play. Golf course is just in very, very fine shape. Notto 18 and Kevin Burton for birdie.
Yesterday they were sticking it right in there on 18, weren't they? 4, 5, and 6 footers all day long. This is a very difficult pin set. 37 steps from that front edge. Players being a little bit more cautious today. This looks good.
Ooh, that would have been for an even par round of 72, but Kevin will have to settle for 73 and head to the practice range.
Oh, that hurts. He thought he had that one, as I did too.
Meanwhile, Clarence tried to get to 16 under. This also a moment ago, Steve Rintoul.
Yeah, he's putting for par because he missed the green far right, so this would be a par putt for Steve.
So he's bogeyed 15 on a couple of occasions. We'll leave you as we take this break with how the boys are scoring here today. Steve Jurgensen with a terrific round along with Byram and Medlin.
This Christmas, you can fix that slice, cure your hook, and lower your handicap. Just pick up the phone and call 1-800-831-8008 and order your own copy of Harvey Penick's Little Green Video. Hosted by Dave Marr and featuring U.S. Open champion Tom Kite and two-time Masters champion Ben Crenshaw, the Little Green Video can knock strokes off your score in a hurry. Now that's a stocking stuffer. Rated 4 stars by Golf Magazine, the Little Green Video is jam-packed with more than 70 minutes of lessons, stories, tips, and drills. You'll have instant access to the secrets that have helped thousands play their best. Order now, and we'll also include the Little Green playing log absolutely free. The Little Green Video costs just $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Call 1-800-831-8008 and order the Little Green Video today. Don't forget, it makes a great gift.
Augusta National. Legends are born here. Through its doors have walked golf's mightiest players, proud and fearless. The Masters conjures the rite of passage, victory perpetuated by the game's greatest heroes, to be remembered in the pages of golf lore. Walk down the corridors of golf history as Golf Channel Classics presents Masters Highlights.
Tuesday at 1 a.m. Eastern.
Carl Paulson leading by 1 over Kevin Sutherland. Byram, Medlin, Jurgensen, Cochran, and Black, all 5 off the pace. Right now, you could say it was a 2-horse race, but you know that's going to change before it's all said and done.
Now, there's been a lot of 64, 65s, and 66s all week, Denny. So anyone's capable of doing that out here.
Minus 17 is a popular number. Now Shane Birch at 15.